You guys have probably all seen it, the Mrs. Nesbit scene in Disney's hit movie Toy Story, wherein Buzz Lightyear shares afternoon tea with some doll friends. Here is the scene from Toy Story.
Gone! It's all gone. All of it's gone. Bye-bye. Woo, see ya.
What happened to you?
One minute you're defending the whole galaxy, and suddenly you find yourself sucking down Darjeeling with
Marie Antoinette and her little sister. I think you've had enough tea for today. Let's get you out of here, Buzz.
Don't you get it? You see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit.
Snap out of it, Buzz!
I'm sorry. You're right. I am just a little depressed. That's all. I can get through this.
Great scene, right? Classic scene. But have you ever viewed it in reverse? Toy Story's Mrs. Nesbit scene then, backwards. Sounds like gibberish, right? I thought so too, at first, but then I listened a bit closer and came to recognize that one part, at least, sounded a whole lot like French. Listen closely. The words here sound like je suis mère, which is very similar to the French phrase je suis mère, which translates to I am the mother. Actually, in the French, the correct pronunciation would be je suis mère, like this.
Je suis mère.
But je suis mère is pretty darn close, closer certainly than anything in English. Listen again.
Je suis mère. Je suis mère. Je suis mère.
These words, je suis mère, i.e., I am the mother, are, if you will notice also, the very words, I am Mrs. Nesbit, said backwards. Here it is forward.
I am Mrs. Nesbit.
And then backward. Notice that they match up exactly. Okay, so I am Mrs. Nesbit, said backwards, is, in French, I am the mother. But the mother of what? Good question. However, first off, I wanted to see if these words je suis mère, or je suis mère, were even correct French. My thinking was that the correct translation of I am the mother was je suis la mère. Anyway, so I went on Google and typed in the words je suis mère. This is what I came up with. Looked to be that the words je suis mère were correct French and were to be found inside actual French sentences. I clicked into this second link here. Now in this particular instance, these words je suis mère had been part of a title of a song performed by a French recording artist apparently. Her name was Anne Wheats, and inside her album Infini. I clicked into this album, and so here then was the song list. Notice the song in question, Depuis que je suis mère, and which I believe translates to, Since I am the mother. However, then I noticed something else, which was the song directly above this song, coincidentally in English, and which was titled, The Mother of the Future. The Mother of the Future. That sounds familiar. Who was the Mother of the Future? Oh, I remember. Sarah Connor, right? From the movie The Terminator.
Come on, do I look like the mother of the future?
No, you sure don't. However, she does. This is actress Elizabeth McGovern in the 1981 movie Ragtime, playing the role of the would-be Mother of America, the mother of the modern age, known by some scholars even as the American Eve, as in Adam and Eve, Eve being, of course, the mother of all living. This woman, above most any other woman in American history, has made American culture what it is today. Her name? Mrs. Nesbit. No, really. Actually, her name is, or was, Mrs. Nesbit Thaw. She is Evelyn Nesbit Thaw, star witness in what was known as the Crime of the Century trials, taking place in 1906 and 1907, and whose testimony rocked civilization, forever changing the face of American society. She was America's first pop icon. Many know her as one of America's most beautiful women, but what few people know was that she was also one of America's most influential. In a rather short period of time, for example, America went from this to this. How did it all happen? Certainly not by accident. Evelyn Nesbit, chorus girl and model, married millionaire Harry K. Thaw in 1905 and so became Mrs. Evelyn Nesbit Thaw. Then, when in the summer of 1906 Harry K. Thaw pulled out a pistol in broad daylight and shot to death famous architect Stanford White on the rooftop theater at Madison Square Garden, so began what would be known as the crime of the century, and inside of which Evelyn Nesbit Thaw would on the witness stand share with the prudish American public her sexual adventures with Stanford White. She would share also in regards to drug use and debauchery and irreverence and betrayal. She would change America and would forever be immortalized as the American Eve, the mother of the modern age, the mother, as it were, of the future. Back anyhow to that scene in Toy Story, and inside of which I then noticed another possible in-reverse message. It was the following. This sounds like English, doesn't it? Let's hear it at slower speed. This sounds a whole lot like, who the hell is she? So it's like a riddle. A question is asked. Who the hell is she? To which Mrs. Nesbit answers, I am the mother. Okay, so what we have here are two possible, highly coincidental backward messages. But how about when the scene is played forward? Well, we have also this.
Don't you get it? You see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit.
Now you must understand that back 100 years ago, back when Evelyn Nesbit was in her heyday and causing all kinds of trouble alongside her husband, the style for women in those years had been to wear what are known as picture hats, oversized hats with flowers and or feathers in them.
Don't you get it? You see the hat? You see the hat? You see the hat?
Out of here, Buzz.
Don't you get it? You see the hat? 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 I am Mrs. Nesbit.